Remember that old poem, The Blind Men and the Elephant? Well, here's an updated version. I hope you like it. The blind men were irrelevant. 6 Dooshistan men had in mind that extinction's cause they would find. They thought that through thinking they'd see their cares shrinking, despite being mentally blind. The first, the bag he was in, had a heavy religious spin. So the reason he picked wasn't hard to predict. The problem is all due to sin. The second spake, we're going to tank because our economy shrank. The future's not sunny, the reason is money and everyone trying to make bank. The third said, we're going to expire from advances we didn't require. Like the planting of plants, now we're pooping our pants due to agriculture and fire. The fourth quoth, we're feeling bereft from oppression and government theft. The reason things bite, we're too far to the right, or maybe too far to the left. The fifth declared life is complex, and we're into it up to our necks. Our species extender lies trapped within gender. The problem is all due to sex. The sixth opined, we're down the drain, and the reason is perfectly plain. Folks are totally nuts, their heads up their butts, they're psycho and crazy insane. So each man played with his dong and disputed on whose was most long. Each thought he was right, but that changed not their plight, which made them all fatally wrong. You know, one of the great stories of Doomer lore is about the St. Matthew deer. 29 reindeer were introduced to the small island of St. Matthew. With no predators and plenty of food at first, the reindeer population rose to about 6,000 before they ran out of food. Within 2 years, the population crashed to 42 and eventually all died out. The tale of the St. Matthew deer. Listen, my children, and hear how their island became their beer. Take a seat, lend an ear, you might shed a tear at the tale of the St. Matthew deer. Overshoot, when it came near, made their privation severe. Through conditions austere, it made disappear the whole herd of St. Matthew deer. They never will reappear. Even if they did persevere, some nuclear sear or a Venus-like sphere means no more St. Matthew deer. Doubter, hold back your sneer, 'cause we're right at that same frontier. It's all very clear, there goes our career, the way of the St. Matthew deer. Nothing don't matter no more. Ain't sweeping no dirt off the floor. Don't seem like no reason what for. Climate heat's high degree plus failed nukes guarantee that nothing don't matter no more. Every day we see more to deplore, still in store much more horror of war. With nowhere to flee, there's no escapee, so nothing don't matter no more. At first it seems somewhat hardcore, using language that's hard to ignore. But si, senor, si, and monsieur, mais oui, nothing don't matter no more. Daily bread's always less than before. Don't know today's circus game score. Our NTHE inevitability means nothing don't matter no more. Ain't sweeping no dirt off the floor. Don't seem like no reason what for. Climate heat's high degree plus failed nukes guarantee that nothing don't matter no more. Yeehaw!